Oh, I heard that soundtrack. What a dooski, it's your boy FailWhale. Today, we're checking out Stargate SG-1. This one is the double bubble. We're checking out episodes number 10 and 11. With that being said, let's just dive in to see what's going on in the Milky Way today. So as always, don't forget to smack the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what's going on in this one.
What say you to the promise?
All right, this guy again. Those are the ones that went flying.
Will be destroyed. In moments, our city was leveled.
Easily the funniest death in the series.
My name is Orlin.
Oh wow.
I'm from the planet you just visited.
Throwback.
Actually, the truth is,
First moment with the ancients.
You don't think that getting a whole galaxy to bow down and worship you is something to write home about?
No, I'm just saying that the ascended beings I've met have pretty much all the satisfaction anyone can need.
That smells. Is that you?
Nope. Don't think so.
Oh, Barnes, right. Of course, I should have known that stench was you.
Very funny, Mitch.
Who's that?
We've been undercover on P2X885.
Oh, undercover.
10,000 poverty-stricken peasants, only one freshwater well.
You might want to think about taking a shower before you debrief Landry.
Right after Lamb clears us.
Maybe if we're lucky, she'll give us all a sponge bath.
I wouldn't repeat that around the General Lieutenant.
I wouldn't repeat that around me.
Yeah. My boy.
Let's go.
I'm sorry.
No one to shut up, Lieutenant.
Hey, Colonel. How'd it go, by the way?
Not good. 885's gone all right.
All right.
Third planet this month.
It's also confirmation, I guess. Hasn't been said, but we know that.
Forgive me, but he is here.
Have you contemplated your destiny?
I have read from the book, and I find it to be most illuminating.
You've been burned by evil, but do not let that keep you from the warmth and light of the eternal flame. Let Origin show you the way.
It may still take some time for other Jafar to see Origin as I have come to see it.
It's like when they said Origin, I thought of like the Origin video game client, like EA, or you know, I hate EA. Or like, you know, their app or whatever you want to call it. And I feel like this was like me as a Steam, like on Steam, being convinced to go on an Origin to play certain games. Anyway, I laughed at that. That was a dumb comment. Sorry.
But I vow to spread the word of the Ori.
Uh-oh.
Hallowed are the Ori.
Hallowed are the Ori.
Here we go. I have a really cool SG related story, but it's more pertinent to SGA. It involves a cast member, is what I'll say. I think if there's anyone, I'll say Landry's been a pretty solid, like, apart from Ben, right? I mean, Cameron's awesome, right? Landry's been a solid introduction for this season. So seamless. He feels similar enough, but is also his own distinct character. And the dad angle is a welcome addition as well. Seems like they're gonna be leaning heavier into it now.
Colonel Carter, I've read your proposal.
The fourth Horseman of the Apocalypse. Holy Hannah.
I'm not... Boy, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
My boy!
Based on the research that was done on Anubis' genetic experiment Teal'c, we believe we may be close to developing a technology that could inhibit a prior's special abilities. It wouldn't be a gun, exactly, but that is kind of what made us think it was possible.
Because I was able to shoot Teal'c while he was focused on defending himself from you.
Dr. Lee and I are working on a way of targeting and neutralizing those higher brain functions, using a field generator emitting fluctuating ultrasonic frequencies. I think we may be close to testing within a couple of days.
I would like to report that something positive came out of that whole Teal'c situation.
He didn't look too impressed.
Oh, trust me. Anti-prior gun would have gone down better.
If the Jafar at Kalana had heeded the wisdom of the priors, they'd all still be alive today.
The Jafar at Kalana were
My
defending
boy.
themselves. The Ori were attempting to construct a means by which to invade our galaxy and attack us.
Their actions not justified?
Teal'c's walking in at the wrong times nowadays.
Thousands of lives were lost. If you are suggesting we have no other choice but to acquiesce, that would be cowardice. Gerak.
I believe their intentions are pure.
He's the, no, not this guy.
Knowledge, salvation, all of these things can be ours if we have the courage to embrace our destiny.
I believe a recess is in order. The council will deliberate on Gerak's proposal.
When you find one of your boys just joined a Forex or MLM scheme, he doesn't know. He said he'll double your money in a month.
Gerak has proposed that the religion of the Ori should be adopted by all Jaffa as law. Should it be ratified by the Council, all Jaffa would have no choice but to accept the Ori as gods.
Surely the Council must know this is beyond their purview.
But Gerak seems to have swayed many.
He does have the leverage.
Then he is a fool and must be revealed as such.
Gerak is many things, but he is no fool, Teal'c.
The Ori are not the answer.
No.
They're close enough.
Gerak is old, as are many of the Council.
That's a really good angle, too.
For that reason alone, this proposal will carry weight.
It's enticing for them.
A couple of days?
Well, we'll just have to roll up our sleeves and burn some midnight oil if we have to.
Why didn't you just tell them we'd come up with a viable means of creating cold fusion while you were at it?
Sure, if you've got something.
I mean, I admit it's a pretty sound theory, if you pardon the pun. Anyway, I mean, it's going to be a matter of months before we get it.
Oh, wait a second.
This is your first project back from Area 51. And
oh, she's not listening.
You just want to impress everybody, right?
Oh, no.
Can you hear me?
What?
Right. Sleeves up. And working.
That felt like a scene straight out of Atlantis right there. And who do we got peeking around here?
It's Colonel Barnes. About 3 hours ago, he came in complaining of fatigue. About an hour after that, he could barely stand.
You're certain it's the same?
He's displaying identical symptoms as the people who were infected on 412. It's a prior plague. We have to find Lieutenant Fisher, and fast.
Is he at Air Force?
I've met with our men and women in uniform. I am continually amazed by your courage, dedication, and patriotism. You make our nation stronger and our world safer. Thank you.
Beautiful. Oh, he's going down. Man down, man down. Is Jack gonna grab him? Yo!
Lieutenant Fisher.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna have to come with me immediately. Come on, back away.
I approve their clearance, yes. We've been taking extra precautions since the outbreak on 412, but you can't test for a virus that you don't know exists.
Dude, it moves way too quickly.
We have no way of knowing who Fisher may have come in contact with prior to leaving the space, or how far this thing has spread.
It's not a good look. Viruses, am I right?
It was a couple of days before we left the planet.
You had no idea your cover had been blown?
No, sir. There was no way anybody from that planet could have known we were from Earth.
He touched you on your head?
I'm sorry, sir. If I had realized it was so important, I would have put it in my report.
So it's still so early.
I'm guessing it's because he's just a carrier. If he got sick and died from the virus, it wouldn't spread very far, would it?
2 of the people in the crowd at General Hammond's speech are displaying symptoms and have tested positive. The general himself is fine. The CDC has mobilized units to try and contain the situation. They've sent out bulletins to every hospital.
There's not much you can do after that.
State. Colonel, I'd like you in the field following up on Lieutenant Fisher's activities, just to be sure.
Yes, sir.
12 infected base personnel have been quarantined. 4 of them are showing early symptoms. Now, half of those people came in direct physical contact with SG-6, which means we should assume the worst-case scenario.
Which is?
The virus may be airborne and persistent.
Unauthorized off-world activation.
What now?
Okay, you wanted to be a general.
It's Teal'c, sir. I've established a video link with him on Dakara.
General Landry.
How'd it go with the council? Have they made a decision?
They have not. But I've been told that they are leaning towards accepting Gerak's proposal. Braytak and I no longer believe this battle can be won through diplomacy alone. The Council must know of our resolve by other means.
What are you suggesting?
We will travel to Teal'c to meet with other Jaffa leaders who feel as we do. No matter what the Council decides, we will resist any alliance with the Ori.
Also, one more tip, Teal'c. Just center the webcam. Just a bit.
It's a self-serve station, sir. According to receipts, 22 people have used the pump that Fisher used.
We've called in the National Guard. I'm staying...
Well, this is getting bad.
But it looks like we may need to close down the state, Colonel.
The attendant's been put into quarantine, and it looks like he's got it. That's not the news I wanted to hear.
Dude, the Ori are working overtime. Lee is working hard, typing on the keys. Oh, man's jamming.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm testing frequencies.
Oh.
I haven't slept.
What is that? What is she looking at? She feel something?
The waitress who served him, the cook, the manager, they're all testing.
It kind of reminds me of that Parasite Bug episode where there was almost a quarantine and Jack had to stop the guy. And maybe is this something similar to that? I don't know. But let me just make sure I'm recording.
We have 14 customers unaccounted for. Bulletins are being issued on local and national radio and television.
Is this the big one?
Too late for that, Colonel. We already have reported cases in Utah, Kansas, and New Mexico.
Oh boy. So what now? We're compromised.
But more than one person seems to have gotten out. Track them down, Colonel.
Despite their best efforts, the contagion continues to spread at an alarming rate. Of course, keep it right here.
This is a little too close to home.
We'll see you then.
A little too close to the past few years.
This is going nowhere.
You're so close.
I know.
Who are you talking to? Who the spans?
Hello, Sam. It's good to see you again. I've missed you.
Oh, I heard that soundtrack.
No choice. It's me, Orlin.
This is a hectic throwback. They did have him in the intro. Okay, this is getting spicy, so the ancients are not happy.
Who claims he's an ancient who has descended and taken human form.
I guess things are getting pretty hot over there.
How he could have gotten into the base, or know the things he knows. I'm pretty sure he's given us the key to finishing the anti-prior technology Dr. Lee and I were working on.
You two had a intimate relationship?
We did, but he didn't look like that. He was taller. He was a grown man.
Yeah, he wasn't a child. Maybe we start off with that.
The knowledge he possessed of a ascended being was too massive for a normal human brain to handle. We're guessing that having a younger brain gave him a slightly better chance of retaining the knowledge a little longer.
Sir, I think he's taken a huge risk just to be here. We should at least hear him out.
Why did the others let you go without wiping your memory clean?
Yeah, it's a very big point. First question.
Honestly, I don't really know. I guess enough of them felt it was necessary for someone to step out of line and warn you.
So if they're breaking their own rules and things are really bad.
You don't know everything. A long time ago, the Ori and the Alterans were
Alright,
once
lower
slightly
dump.
human on an evolutionary path to ascension. The Ori grew more and more fervent in their religious belief. The Alterans, for a lack of a better way of putting it, believed in science.
Oh, this sounds new.
Central promise of the religion, everything Origin's followers devote themselves to, is a lie.
Are you saying that the Ori don't offer their followers ascension?
Then they'd have to share.
Share what?
The power they sap from those who worship them. It's quite complicated, but
Like
possible. And for it to have a measurable
conscious?
effect, it requires massive numbers of humans relinquishing their will.
Free willpower?
Nevertheless, the Ori empower themselves by sapping the life force of those willing to surrender themselves to them.
Unknowingly.
So it's a Ponzi.
Do the priors know this? I mean, are they complicit?
No, they're merely pawns. The more worlds the priors convert, the more powerful the Ori become.
That's so funny. So it's the Ori, and then they're just getting. It's like a pyramid. It's literally it is an MLM4 game. It's the Ori, and then it's the priors that they bring, and then one prior brings another prior. Oh my God, it's literally, and then they get the civilizations to follow underneath them, and they all just go to the top to keep it feel. Wow, that's kind of funny.
Be stopped.
Well, I guess everything's a Ponzi.
You have spread the word of the Ori well, Gerak.
Gerak's gonna join him?
Jafar would stand against your leadership, and the Ori are meeting as we speak on Teal'c.
What would you have me do?
Go to Teal'c. Mark it as the last place that Jafar will ever defy the power of the Ori.
Slaughter gang?
With the knowledge I still retain, I believe I can synthesize a cure using your medical technology.
Nice, that'd be clutch.
Built a Stargate in my basement with spare parts from a toaster.
Actually, this will be a little harder than that.
He said I did that shit, you're right. I heard you got Amazon Prime, I'll do it again.
The battle at Kalana. I lost a cousin there.
That does still haunt me today. But it does not cause me to doubt my decision.
He said, and what?
And this is not worthy of your respect?
So are the traditions of the Jafar. Are we just supposed to abandon all that we are?
No. If you want to look real close, you'll find that everything that we want is in here. Everything that we ever desired.
Now, how convenient? How convenient is that?
I know what I need to make. I just don't have any of the right materials or tools.
This is the best we have. Is there anything I can do?
You can keep me company.
Yeah. Can confirm the child actors in this show,
Sir, I have Colonel Mitchell on.
most times are better than not, are great than not.
Sir, we have a problem. Looks like one of the people who used the gas pump Fisher touched got onto a plane before the quarantine went into effect. He caught a flight to Denver with connections to Chicago and New York. Sir, I'm afraid we've lost control of the situation.
We've gone viral. The
I have to
Jello.
admit, it's nice being out of that uncomfortable suit for a while. I know I'm vulnerable now as a human, but this food doesn't smell very good.
That's because it's not very good.
I guess she's slandering the Jello then. Never mind.
This is a one-way trip for you this time, isn't it? The others, they're not going to help you ascend again, are they?
I don't think so. I know it must be kind of weird, my appearing this young.
A little, but I understand.
My only regret in all this is that human social conventions preclude us from showing affection the way I wish I could.
Excuse me?
Maybe in a few years.
Hey, yo.
Taking human form at this age, while necessary, didn't come easy because of how I knew I would feel being here with you again. Is it me, or is this food not very good?
Are you making a joke?
No, it seems terrible.
We just talked about that.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Did I tell you I still have feelings for you?
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, we don't need to go into that again.
45 new cases have been reported in Utah, 36 in New York, 20 in Chicago, and now 20 in San Diego.
The country is in a panic.
What about casualties?
There are only 8 people dead so far. 5 of them are SGC personnel.
So far?
That number of casualties will climb very quickly, very soon.
Damn, is this an episode of SG or just a slice of life?
Please.
Dr. Lee has finished the anti-prior prototype.
Anti-prior.
Of course, without a prior on hand.
Orland seems to have hit a dead end with his work on a cure. He says there's a vital component missing.
What he needs is a blood sample from the prior who infected Lieutenant Fisher. It was our intel from our friends on the Sodan planet who led us to 885 in the first place. Apparently they're expecting the same prior back there tomorrow.
He thinks the priors don't know the truth about the Ori.
Maybe if we enlighten them for a change.
If he believes you.
Won't know until we try, sir.
In the meantime, we can at least get a blood sample.
Alright, see how this is gonna work.
You know, I keep telling myself that one of these days, I'm gonna do something that actually gets me a little respect.
We're all waiting for that, you know.
Of course, we're presuming that the staff weapons the priors carry are also mentally activated. And will
Let me
also
just make sure there's nothing in
While
that.
we're at it, the more I'm hearing, the more it's crossing over into crazy. Don't get me wrong, I like crazy. That's why I asked for this job.
Rolling up with the big boy.
Even if the Teal'c region commits to our cause, we will still be outnumbered.
Hopefully no shots will ever be fired.
That's such a... that needs to be split up into a GIF whenever some people get rowdy. Hopefully no shots are fired. Whenever the timeline gets spicy.
If he is unarmed, let him enter. You are not welcome here.
Usurper!
I have come to beg you to cease this madness or be destroyed.
By whose hand?
My Teal'c is in orbit.
You would murder your brothers and sisters, innocent children, for choosing the life of a free Jafar.
You leave me no alternative.
We really out here just committing mass murder on a whim, huh?
I thought you were gonna get some rest.
As soon as I finish the DNA sequencing program.
Orland, you've already done it.
What?
The sequencing program, you finished it a couple of hours ago. You were gonna get some rest.
I'm just tired.
No, you're not. I want you to go see Dr. Lamb.
I have them targeted. Shall I open fire?
The Ori see all.
I spared their lives because I believe they will soon see.
We are mere mortals. We cannot begin to question those with a knowledge and understanding of the infinite universe.
Would you forgive me?
Ask me not for forgiveness.
But mercy.
The Ori do not require blind obedience. They will show you their power.
Your physical form remains on Dakara. The power of the Ori has brought your mind here, to Celestis.
He's literally walking him down the path, and behind this gate, this is where he enters his credit card information along with the referral code.
Hallowed are the Ori.
That's the face of a man who realizes he's in too deep.
I spent 2 weeks with these guys. We got nothing to worry about.
Well, considering what happened the last time we were here, you'll forgive me if I'm a little cautious.
I love how Daniel's the one who's getting bodied.
We still fine?
Yeah, we're fine.
Good, just checking.
Looks like pockets of cells are just shutting down. I
That's
can't say
rough.
for certain, but I can hazard a guess they're wearing out from extremely unnatural overuse.
His brain's literally
It's like
deteriorating.
the cells are literally dying because they can't handle all the synaptic activity. I don't know if it's conscious or not, but it's possible he's trying to hold on to the knowledge.
And holding on to that much knowledge is causing brain damage.
It's a good score, man. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Walter. Sir, just received a communique from the White House.
Sir, it's GG.
Can I have your attention? The president has ordered that all borders in the United States be closed until further notice. Our country is now entirely under quarantine.
You cannot ratify this proposal until all members
My boy's about to show off right here. He's about to perform.
We cannot turn our backs on our own salvation because of indecisiveness.
And they will see their way to the path.
Oh boy. Look who equipped the prior skin. They have been co-opted.
Bruh, chill.